Look, if you a bad guy, just stay your butt out the swamp. NERDSoul. Late LK at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, oh yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of On Screen. Hip hop and geek putting it together for a fun time out there in the jungle, deep down wading in the water, where if you're a bad guy, you might get spiked. And I'm talking about Swamp Thing. So there's tons of stuff going on now, and I'm kind of excited because we picking up, the dangers intensifying. And I got kind of like two things now and two things after the jump I want to hit on. First is Avery and Abby. Their relationship is in trouble, in a lot of trouble. And after hearing their conversation, their relationship has never been what Abby thought it was. You know, Abby was like, talking about Avery being the man that she remembers. And I'm looking at Avery like, yo, he never was that man. You thought he was that man because you were more, you had a higher susceptibility to his charm at the time. But he was never a good man. Avery Sunderland was always dirty all his life, but he just had the wool over your eyes at that time. Now you're starting to peel back these layers and see how dirty he is, especially after not even threatening, literally putting out a hit on your friend. Like, yo, come on, man. You hear NERDSoul, like, you can't do that. And I'm digging this because moments like this define the line that Abby is going to draw and that Avery is going to draw between each other. I don't think there's going to be too much love between them anymore, and that might be a good thing because it's time for Abby to realize who he really is. And seeing Maria in the hospital like this, seeing him attack Liz, Abby, I think, is starting to wake up in a very real way. Next, I want to talk about Dr. Woodrue and how crazy, weird, how much lying, and just how dangerous he is in general. This dude took this untested, whatever plant residue from Swamp Thing, and synthesized it and just put it into Daniel. Like, dude, you have no idea what this will do to a human body. His regard for human life is like, are you kidding me? Now, I know his wife is I think she's going through Alzheimer's, I believe. I can't remember exactly, but I think she's going through early Alzheimer's. And don't get me wrong, I know that you want to save her and you want to be able to nurse her back to health, and you don't want her to become something, forget who she was, forget who you are. But dude, you're literally treating another human being as a lab rat, and they haven't even signed up for it. I could see if they had informed consent, like, yo, I'm gonna give you this stuff, might make you go crazy, might make your body catch on fire. I don't know. And then Daniel would be like, you know what? Go for it. Or he could be like, you know what? I don't know about all that. But I guess he figured, he's in a coma. He's basically a vegetable anyway. Who's gonna know? Liz is gonna know because she's laying there watching over him every single night. All right? Look, this guy has got to go because he's realized that especially in this town of Mirai, there's really no boundaries for him. Who's gonna stop him? Who's gonna tell him he can't be at the hospital? Avery's letting him be there. Avery runs the town. Abby can't stop him. Maybe Avery can, but besides that, he's working with impunity to a certain degree. And that mad scientist stuff has got to go. Look at what he's done to Daniel just by himself and these other people that I'm pretty sure he's getting ready to experiment on as well. So that dude's just crazy. I do understand wanting to save your wife. Everybody wants to save their wife. But I'm just saying, you can't sacrifice and wager other lives against that for your own little, experiments or whatever. Dude's just crazy. He got to go. Now, I do want to touch on Madame Xanadu real quick. I liked her moment. Her moment and Daniel's moment, even though he was, of course, unconscious at the time, their moments together are always very intriguing and very sweet. And I really can't wait to see how this builds. Of course, there's not going to be another season, but I do want to see how this builds. Now, guys, I got some other stuff to get to after the break, but first, KURO Brand's going to help us pay them bills. Oh, yeah, check that link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. Once you find something you like, of course, cop it. Now, let's talk about the sheriff and let's talk about good old Matt. Man, wow. Matt was more than just there. See, when last episode or episode before last, I think it was last episode, I was under the impression that, oh, Matt was there, but Matt didn't take the shot. Now, all of a sudden, we know that Matt was there, took the shot, blew up the whatever, all that, because he's essentially a hitman now for Avery. Now, I know y'all like, man, Matt, we thought Matt was good. Well, Matt was basically backed into a corner because Avery got a file, I think he said 2 inches thick, on the sheriff. That's right, Ma Dukes. How long has she been covering up stuff, hiding bodies, killing people, doing trumped up charges for Avery? Avery is the kernel of corruption in this town. Not to dismiss what Matt has done. Matt is essentially a murderer. He thought he killed him. Matt's a murderer. Ma Dukes is a murderer too. There are two peas in a pod, but they gotta go and Avery's gotta go too, because Avery is the one who set this stuff in motion. My question to you is, do you think that they will pay for their crimes? I don't know. I really don't know. Because of course, like, you know, we know that we're coming to the end of this series, you know what I'm saying? It's over. So I don't know if they're going to pay for their crimes. And I would really like to see them go down because they need to go down. But Avery mostly needs to go down. But let's get that out of the way. Because the last thing I want to talk about, oh yeah, we boss up with some more Swamp Thing goodness. I like that we get, once again, I'm going to remark on this, the design of the suit, the makeup, all that stuff, and the emotion in the eyes and in the body posture from Swamp Thing is top notch. You really feel this man that is not himself anymore. Like, he's still Alec, but he's something new, you know, and trying to realize and figure out what it is. And also being called to the green, you know, being part of that and feeling that once he becomes part of that, he will lose something else. You see that all in this man or this being now. And I just really dig it. I really dig it. But I also like that scene at the beginning where they're attacking him and he's like, oh no, you didn't. And I thought he was going to wrap him up and strip their body to shreds. They was like, nah, we got some spikes for you this time. Yo, throwing out them spikes was crazy. It was just very creative. And I really like that. Had them on the run, had them scared. And I like there being a horror aspect to it, because even we know Swamp Thing, he's a guy and he's walking around and, you know, in the swamp. But to them, it's a horror thing. They just knew it was this big thing coming at them and he got spikes in his face. You know what I'm saying? So I like that horror vibe around the swamp, and Abby being, you know, the woman she is, coming to his aid, and also being there when Matt's there to kind of track him down. And I thought, yo, Matt gonna get what he deserved. You know what I'm saying? I thought, you know, Alec was gonna lock eyes with him and be like, I remember you. Now, he did remember him, but he didn't remember the night with the flash and the, you know, the gun. He just remembers, of course, the night that he saved Abby. But remember, the trees all talk and the green talks to him. Sooner or later, the green is going to tell him about Matt. And when that happens, whoo, Matt, you're going down, you're going down. So with that said, guys, I really enjoyed this episode. It's a shame this show is going to be over in 3 or 4 more episodes, but at least we got it. So guys, before I bounce out of here, I want to tell you that I thank you so much for checking out the channel, being a Patreon subscriber, being a, GoFundMe supporter, all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching because I love hanging out with y'all and you are the bomb. So with that said, holla at me, I'ma holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk Swamp Thing. There's tons of craziness going on and there is so much to enjoy. So before I get out here, I'm gonna tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart, and please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other, and remember, the best way to stay safe in the swamp is to not go looking for things. Peace.